Hi, this is William Siebler, and in this short video today, my mission is to convince you of two things. The first thing is that getting to know the key marketing numbers of your business is about the sexiest thing that you can ever do in business. And two, that growing a business is not as difficult as most people would have you believe. What I want to show you is that there are three key areas that you need to focus on to grow any business, whether this be a service business, a fish and chip shop, it really doesn't matter. These principles are universal. The first one is obviously to increase the number of customers coming in the door. The second one is to increase the average transaction value of those customers. And the last one is to get those customers to come back over and over again to buy from your business. Now, just focusing on those three key areas is the key to growing your business. And it's not as hard, nor is it as simple as it sounds, but it is the focus that gives you a lot of clarity in terms of growing a business. Now, I want to have a look at how that relates to the numbers of the business. So in this scenario, we've got a hypothetical business, and we're going to have a look at what happens when we improve leads, that's customers coming in or people coming into the business, average sale and sales per client by just 10%. So at the moment, the business has 10,000 leads a year. We've assumed that 10% of them become clients, so that's 1,000 clients. The value of the average sale is $100 and they buy twice a year. It gives a turnover of $200,000 for the business. If we increase leads, average sale and sales per client, so the number of times they come back by just 10% each, you can see that the total turnover of the business goes up by 33% because of the multiplied effect of those changes. 10% changes for any business is dead simple. In scenario 2, if we do the same thing, we look at that business, but now we increase each of those areas by 26%. And 26% is not a big number because the reality is that the majority of businesses are not doing the greatest marketing in the world. They're not maximizing customer value. They don't run the best ads. They don't convert as well as they could. So there's a whole variety of areas that any business can improve in. So 26% is not a big change, but what you see is that by increasing leads, average sale and sales per client by 26%, you actually end up doubling the business's turnover. And this is the reason that the numbers become sexy, because we've basically narrowed our focus down into just those three areas. And by improving them by a relatively small percentage, just 26% improvement in each area, we've actually doubled the turnover of business. Now the reality is that most businesses could probably double leads, they could probably double conversion rate, they could probably increase average sale by 50%, they could probably get customers coming back at least 50% more often. So this is not a difficult process, and I want to prove that to you now by showing you a recent example that I worked through with a client. So this was a service-based business doing $1 million in revenue, and they wanted to grow to $5 million. Sounds hard, right? Well, it's not as hard as it seems when you go back to those basic principles of growing a business. See, after asking a series of questions of this business owner, what I discovered was that the average client value was $500,000 a year. So 8 more of those would give them the extra $4 million in revenue that they wanted. This particular client converts one-on-one, and they convert typically at about 50% in qualified appointments. So they're very good at getting the sale once they get the lead. They also had a very clear ideal client profile. They knew exactly who they wanted to get. So by doing this exercise, we actually get to a really simple marketing goal to grow that business, and their marketing goal is to get 16 appointments. I hope that you would agree that that sounds a lot more achievable. So we're not looking at the difficult challenge of going from $1 to $5 million in revenue. We're actually saying in order to achieve that, we need to get 16 appointments with their ideal clients. Now that brings enormous focus to the marketing and enormous focus to how to grow the business. So it's a very simple process, but it's a matter of just asking the right questions and becoming very, very clear about how you apply this in your own business. I would welcome any questions that you may have. I love sharing this stuff. I'm very passionate about it. If you'd like to have a conversation about, and learn more about how to apply this strategy in business, I'd love to do that too. I'm not going to try and sell you anything. It's not the way I work. but I am passionate about getting this information out and about. So thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this video. I hope that you've got tremendous value from it. I know that if you apply what you've learnt in just this very short video, you will be in a much better position to grow your business to the level that you want it to be. Thank you again.